Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of one Kaldheim draft. All right, rare is Tybalt's Trickery. We're not going to take that. It's not a very good rare. I saw a constructed deck that built around it that looked fun to watch, not so fun to play probably, but let's look at the actual best picks in here. So Rune of Sustenance I think is the best rune. I saw a commenter say they think the green one is, but I don't know. I like the lifelink. There's Maya, rather. Maya is fantastic. It is 2-color right away, though. I'm probably still okay with that. Maya is just so fantastic. Plus, the fact that she's green means you might even be able to go more colors than that. Although she is double white, so she's pretty much restricted to Selesnya. So I could take the Rune of Sustenance. I think I just want to take the Maya, though. Other good cards in here. Guardian Gladewalker, I like that. I like the Ice-Eyed Troll. Yes, taking a 2-color card first might be a little bit dangerous, but it's just so good. All right, follow-up pick. Well, Shepherd of the Cosmos is a great card. Other cards in white, we've got God's Hall Guardian and Story Seeker. Path of the World Tree. It's tough to get that. I don't know. Personally, I feel like you do get a lot for 7 mana. I still don't even know if it's worth 7 mana in 5 colors for all those effects. It still just doesn't quite seem like enough value. I'm fine taking the Shepherd here. I think this card is quite good. You can at least get a land back if it's in your graveyard, like the spell lands or whatever. The effect lands. I don't know why I always call them spell lands, but you get what I'm talking about. Boreal Outrider is a great card. Story Seeker and God's Hall Guardian are not that exciting. But yeah, Shepherd of the Cosmos seems like a fine follow-up to Maya. And I'm not even sure what necessarily we want to wheel from here, but we'll take that one. All right. So I can take Goldmaw Champion. This is a playable card too. Gates of Isfel in here. Roots of Wisdom in green. Glacial Floodplain would maybe let us open us up for like a... Well, it gives us a Snowland, which is definitely good, but also opens us up for maybe blue. Otherwise, there's also Horizon Seeker, which can find Snowlands, but you know what? Goldmaw Champion and Horizon Seeker really aren't blowing me away here, so I'm kind of okay. Unless we get some sort of warrior theme going, since these are both warriors, I could see the argument there. I'm fine taking the Floodplain here. I think Arcanist is good. I like that. I kind of like the Kennel Master and the Disciple. Effigy for the play 2 spells deck. I think Raise the Draugr is good. Pup for hyper aggro. Haven't seen too much of Duskwheel there or Intruder, but yeah, let's take Floodplain over Champion and Horizon Seeker. They're kind of whatever anyway. So, all right, Morit is a cool card. Master Scald is cool. Get artifacts or enchantments back. We currently don't have any, and I guess it doesn't interact amazingly well with Shepherd since this wants to get potentially creatures back from your graveyard too. There is Snow-Covered Plains. Another chance to get Snowland, Elder Leaf Mentors in here. A couple good red cards. Seeing Frostbite, good burn. Snakeskin Veil I like quite a bit. There's really not much snow in white at all, but there's a lot of snow in green. If I were to take the Snow Plains here. Or I could just speculate that Master Scald potentially will be good. I mean, it's way early enough. We could certainly find some auras or artifacts, whatever. I think it could do something, so we'll take it. It's a 5-drop, but that's okay. Rhinewood Falls in here. I like Besker Shieldmate actually quite a bit. I love the 2 bodies in one, and it's a 2-drop. It's just a solid 2-drop. I like it more than the Changeling one. We're rocking like all warriors right now too. So yeah, Shieldmate also good with Maya. 2 bodies that would both be boosted. But yes, I like Besker Shieldmate. I think it's a fine pick here. There's a Demon Bolt in here. Frostbite into Demon Bolt, pick 4 and 5. I wonder if that means red. It could. We could abandon Maya and go more of a Boros route, which I really haven't done, because Demon Bolt is certainly better than Shieldmate. I might speculate here and take the Demon Bolt over the Shieldmate. See if we're getting past more red stuff. So Shimmerdrift Veil, there's Revitalize. Skimbar Elder Hall, Shimmerdrift Veil would let us, I guess, go 3-color potentially. I like Tormentor's Helm, although I don't know if we're doing a beatdown plan. I can just take the Veil here. It's a safe pick. I'm not giving up anything obscene for it, so okay. Another snow land. All right, Rune of Sustenance, 7th pick. That's a good sign. And we can get it back with Master Scald, too, which is kind of cool. And really not much else in here. A Grizzled Outrider and a Goldvein pick. But yeah, let's take the Rune of Sustenance. That's nice. So Provoke the Trolls would give us some red burn. Otherwise, Braggart is totally playable, though not extremely exciting. Axguard Cavalry, also playable. You can get it back with the Shepherd. It's relevant. Shepherd can also get Rune of Sustenance back, so that's kind of cool. You can put it on any permanent too, huh? That's cool. You can even put it on vehicles. That is cool. Might just take Provoke the Trolls. I'm not giving up much for it, even if red doesn't pan out. It's a playable burn spell, so okay. Can take the Snow Plains. Can take the 2nd rune here. Gives us more synergy with Shepherd and Master Scald. Otherwise, I take a Snow Plains. But if we do end up green, the runes are certainly good, so... Because now we can maybe play some equipment and be happy about that. All right, Story Seeker, 2-drop, comes back with Shepherd. I like it. Taking it over Broken Wings, I'm okay with that. Got the Champion, pick 11, I like that. We'll take it. All right, some stuff. Well, Mentor is good with Maya. But... am I going to main deck a Broken Wings? You know what? I typically don't. I could take the Notbald Recluse, too. I'll take the Mentor, get the 2 bodies. All right. Gladewalker over 2nd Master Scald. We do have 2 enchantments now to bring back. Yeah, Master Scald might just be good enough. Because if we don't end up with equipment, being able to just comfortably play an aura on a creature... I mean, you can never have enough 2-drops, obviously. That's the general rule, but... I don't know. We're getting last pick green cards. It might be okay. So we can take Jorn here. It's just a 3-drop, 3/3, but I think we just slam this Runed Crown, and we're pretty thrilled about it now with 2 runes, so that's cool. We'll take that over the rare, and not much else for us here, so I'm okay with this. Could splash red off of Shimmerdrift Veil, but or maybe if we get any... other lands, Wheeling, Shimmerdrift, whatever. But we'll take Rune Crown, obviously, here. It's great. So Bound in Gold is some removal. I think I like Iron Verdict more, but we could also get this... You know, I know some people don't like it, but I think I like Fall of the Imposter quite a bit, actually. It's a little bit slow to get going, and you want quite a bit of cheap stuff. But this is actually something we can get back with our Master Scalds that I think would be quite good. Maybe at this point we can sort of... just assume that we're green-white and won't have to splash. So let's get Fall of the Imposter here over to... I think maybe someone would argue Verdict is better. It just goes off a little bit quicker, but I don't know. I've had good experiences with this card. If we find any green removal, I also think it's quite good alongside the fight spells. And yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Making me much happier I have those 2 Master Scalds, that's for sure. All right, Doomscar is just a board wipe? Sure. This is a very strong effect. I mean, granted, you have to sort of tactically play it, but in best of 1, I'd actually argue... I don't know, is it better or worse? I feel like it's almost better in best of 3, because if you play it game 1, your opponent knows about it, and then you can sort of terrify them. I guess we don't have any other... Oddly, we don't have any other foretell, but if you do, they're like, oh my gosh, I have to play around Doomscar. And sometimes you don't even have it. It just puts the fear in them once they've seen it. And I know that because I've played against Doomscar multiple times now. But we'll take it. Definitely taking Doomscar. I think this is actually a good Sentinel deck, too. Getting cheating out these 5-drops is quite good too. Another Rune of... I mean, I'll just keep taking them. It's definitely good. I like the Valkyrie too, and I'm hoping to find equipment, but I feel like the equipment are easier to get than the runes. I might be wrong, but I've never gotten to play this many runes, so I'm kind of interested. It's also nice you can randomly play them on a land if you have to, in a pinch. Maybe vehicles get better too when I have enough of them. So the World Tree is an interesting card. Maybe just Maya number 2. It's tough to go wrong with Maya. I admit we're top heavy, but this is kind of a 2-drop. I'm hoping we can find some more cheap stuff later. Like, I'd totally play effigies in here. It's another thing you can bring back with Master Scald. We don't really have snow incentives, so I'm not overly concerned about that, but Maya is just so excellent. I could totally see playing an Ox in here if I had to. Maybe I just want the Vandal. There's also an actual fixer land here, too. Vandal does do a similar thing to Master Scald, and we are a little bit creature light right now. And I want 2-drops. But this guaranteed to make the deck and make our mana better. I think I'm going to take the tree line. That's tough, actually. All right, we get a Glade Walker here. Pretty happy about that. Solid 2-drop. It's a 2-mana 2/2. Nothing to write home about, but totally fine pick here. Otherwise, Raven Wings would be... Raven Wings with 3 runes is really good. Gosh, do I just get super greedy? And I think I do. I'm getting greedy. All right, immediately rewarded for my greed with follow-up with another Glade Walker. So we'll do that. Rootless You, I don't even think can find anything in our deck. We can, yeah. All right, we'll take the Glade Walker. Immediately get a 2-drop anyway. 3 runes, like I said, I think the vehicles start to get a little bit better at that point, but that's okay. Take another Veil, or we can take the Mammoth Growth. I think we take the Veil. Now we've got enough fixing where we don't even have to worry about... Wow, we got Iron Verdict back. That's really good, actually. 10th pick Verdict. I don't like Funeral Longboat, but I do like it quite a bit more with 3 runes. All right, we got that Sentinel back. That's actually really nice because our deck is top heavy and it's more stuff we can exile with Master Scald. It's more ways to ramp into Maya. It's something we can bring back with the Shepherd. Take the Guardian here, get another creature. I imagine God's Hall Guardian. Ooh, even got the Story Seeker back. We're fine. We're totally fine. I'll take the Longboat, I guess. I don't think I want to play it. Maybe I should have just cut the white card, because I don't think it makes the deck anyway. So Packmate is a fantastic card. We've got a lot of cantrips in here now, which is nice. The Stronghold is good too. I'm gonna hope that we wield a Stronghold, because it doesn't feel there's many white players at the table. We're getting like 10th pick Iron Verdict, so I think there's a decent chance the Stronghold wheels, but I don't think the Packmate's wheeling, so we'll take the Packmate, hope to wield a Stronghold, see what happens. Packmate, excellent card for us. All right, Doomscar Oracle I would take. Could take the Mass Vandal now. Scorn Effigy, like I said, something we can actually get back with Master Scald. Although there's a lot of things we can get. This deck has a lot of things we can get back with Master Scald. I might cut the Longboat already. I don't really like it, and I think we have enough action without it. We don't need the Glacial Floodplain. I'm okay with the 2 Shimmer Drift Veils, though, for fixing. So I can take Vandal, just get a random 2-drop that can exile creatures or artifacts. Just makes sure we stay... I like it because we stay busy early. Like, Lindworm is good too, but our late game kind of already looks good. And this just gives us some utility in the deck too. Okay, I'm happy with that. Outrider, well, we could play the 4 Snowland, and actually, yeah, you know, with 4 Snowlands, maybe that is actually just enough to make Boreal Outrider worth our time. Like, it's only when you cast, so it doesn't actually, like, work with Maya land effects or whatever, but it's still just, it's really good. It's certainly the best card in here if you can make it work. Yeah, I think with 4 Snowlands we can make that work. All right, we can take the pick here. There's another chance to get Besker Shieldmate. We're at 15 creatures. You know, I'm probably on board with doing 2 equipment in this deck. And the pick certainly seems fine with me. Spitting out treasures and giving us lifelink. Although, Story Seeker with Rune of Sustenance is a little bit of redundance, but whatever. I don't think that matters at all. I'd like the Shieldmate too, but I'm going to take the pick just in case we don't get another equipment. So I guess the Carve is probably more playable than the Longboat, but I might even take another Vandal here. Yeah, you know what? With double Maya, I feel like our late game is just seriously really good. Well, I don't like Divine Gambit. What does this do? Snow permanent, legendary, or saga card. And I can gain life. I don't think we have snow permanents. We can get lands. But other than that, not much. Synergy. Divine Gambit I don't like too much. Could take the Master Scald number 3. I mean, to be honest, we have enough things to get back with it. It's just a matter of, do I want to play that many 5-drops? I might be okay with it. We'll see. I do think Master Scald is good, and I'm not giving up much for it. I mean, this is probably the best that Master Scald can be. This is actually a deck where Courser looks good, but I don't want to take it over the Shepherd. We have a lot of things to bring back with Shepherd. Thankfully, Shepherd just gets excellent in here now. All right, Code Spell Cleric, no. I think we take this Struggle. Another Jespera Sentinel would be welcome. I actually think Raven Wings might even be better for the deck than... Like 2 Raven Wings could even arguably be better for the deck than Goldvein Pick. Just lifelink flying is just insane. But I think we easily take Struggle here. We're removal light, so I like that. We did get that Stronghold back. Great news. We're going to take it, play it, be happy about it. Got an Oracle. We'll take that. Probably making the deck. Got a lot of life gain in here. Can take Invoke. I guess it's a best of 1, so it doesn't really matter. Got that Shieldmate back. This deck came together really nicely. I'm very happy with this deck. We don't need the God's Hall Guardian. That's on the lower end of what we need. Consider the Carve, I guess. I don't think it makes the deck either. Another Story Seeker. Well, no shortage of 2-drops. I'm really happy I got that Raven Wings, by the way. Let's cut the lands for now. And... yeah, I think we can run the Floodplain for extra. We do end up with 3 tap lands, which is not optimal, but I think with the Outrider effect is quite strong. I would say it's okay running 1 extra tap land for that Outrider effect. Just all your creatures you cast get boosted if you cast them with snow mana. It's just very good. So we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at, what, 11 lands? No, sorry, 4 plus 5 is 9, not 11. So we need 8 cuts, and we can cut some creatures very easily. Can cut quite a few creatures. Do I want all of these 2-drops? Well, I'm running 3 runes and 2 equipment. I could do the Raider's Carve. I don't really need it. Crewing for 3 is actually very difficult for us because we're like 1 and 2-drop powered out deck, so I don't think the Raider's Carve is good enough. We can cut that. I probably don't need the Mentor. Can do all of our Foretell over here. Is 3 Master Scalds excessive? Let's do an enchantment and artifact count. So we have 7. That's actually very good. 7 things we can bring back as well as get a 4/4 body for 5 mana. Honestly, it's a heck of a deal. It's a good deal. So might want to find other things to cut if I can. We have all this Foretell too. This deck is good. I might just cut random, the least exciting creatures. Like, I don't need a Doomscar. I don't need to pay 3 mana or Foretell this or whatever. The life gain is irrelevant in a deck with this much lifelink already. So I can cut maybe actually kind of like Goldmaw Champion, but I could see the argument for cutting it. Maybe we don't need 2 Vandals. utility enough with one. Debating cutting that champion. Is the Sentinel not good enough in here? I kind of like just having a 1-drop that randomly can wear equipment and can ramp out our 5-drops, but basically we do have 5-5-drops, I guess, but so much of our deck is cheaper than that. I don't even think it matters. I guess this is our only reach creature. I guess we have the Raven Wings though, so that's not that important. 7 plus 5 is 12. So we need to cut 5 more things. And they're going to have to be a mix of creatures and spells. So I'm going to have to figure this out. So Goldmaw Champion can tap things. I do think that's pretty good. It's probably better than Sentinel. Maybe 3 Story Seekers is excessive too. Gladewalker can put a counter on things. That's not excessively important in this deck. But would I rather just have lifelink, even with the extra runes? I'm not sure. We'd probably diversify. We can maybe cut 1 Story Seeker. So we've got 14 lands now. And we've got 16 creatures, so we could cut 1 more creature if I really want. Maybe the Mentor can go. It is good with Maya, admittedly. It's good with Maya. It's just otherwise, it's not keeping me busy early, and it's less exciting to me than like what Master Skald can do in this deck. Yeah. I don't like the anti-synergy of Shepherd and Master Skald, but I think it's okay. It really shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like if I have to pay 4 mana over a 3/3 flyer and I don't get value, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, that's actually more evasion we have in here. This deck is looking pretty good. We have to make 2 cuts, and I think at this point they have to be non-creature spells, which makes this surprisingly difficult because look at our non-creature spells. They're all amazing. That's not a non-creature. This one. This one. These. This. This thing. This thing. This. 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 Wow. We have to cut 2 of those? I honestly don't know what they are. They're all so good. Okay, I think we cut 1 of our equipment, and it's probably the pick. And the reason that I'm cutting the pick is we already have Raven Wings and Rune Crown. Presumably that's enough. The other one might have to be a removal spell, and to be honest, I'm not sure which one it is. It might actually be Struggle, because we don't actually have amazing bodies to fight with. Even with the pump. We have basically a Packmate. Like, I'm looking for things with 3 toughness. Basically, Packmate, Champion, Maya, and Master Skald, and the Shepherd. I mean, we have enough to make Struggle good, but would I rather just do a Verdict? It depends on how aggressive we are. If we're super aggressive, I think Struggle's better. If we're a little bit more defensive, I think Verdict's better. I think our late game is actually quite good, which would probably make Verdict better. Because our late game consists of spitting out creatures, flying over top and winning, wiping the board, pumping, equipping little dudes, attacking with them, getting incremental value. So I think we cut the Struggle, actually. The Struggle was real with that choice. But now I'm pretty happy. We've got everything kind of figured out. And the deck looks quite good. We've got a good balance of spells and creatures. We've got our 15 and 8, the standard, my gold standard deck. I mean, we're certainly staying busy early. Couldn't ask for more plays on turn 2. So, cool deck. Very cool deck. Looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, I like this deck. I guess you can put these in the slot of how much mana they cost to foretell instead of the fact that they're 2 mana. I don't know if that's better or worse. Maybe that's a more accurate picture of the deck if you do that. So then I guess we can move these over. We already have, this is both colors, this is both colors, this is white, this is green. We are primarily white with no double green. And we're not running the Sentinel anymore, so we don't have to worry about getting green early necessarily, even though we have some 2-drop green stuff. We need double white for that. We don't need double white for that. We do need double white for this. So we have enough double white where we're definitely running extra white, but it might just be 1 extra white, which probably means with 12 we just do, what, 7 and 5. Let's see if I do 7 and 5, what are we looking like here? This is 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we have twice as much white. We actually do have double white, no double green. Otherwise, my choice is to just do 10, 10. 10, 10 is also very good, but yeah, I would say with double the white, I'm fine doing 11, 11, 9. Our mana is very good with double Shimmer Drift Veil, so that's cool. Running a little bit of some tap land action, which might harm us, but this looks like a very solid deck to me. I like it. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, we're here in round 1, and this is a really good looking hand, although we don't have green mana. But what do we have? 9 sources of green. I'm going to hope that's enough. We're also just 1 mana of any color away from doing Runed Crown, finding one of our runes, and drawing a card. Ah, well, that's cool. I guess we can do the, in case we rip the green mana, I want that extra card. We don't necessarily need the Raven Wings on an empty board, so that makes sense. Well, timely draw there, so best use of mana, I think, is the Runed Crown. What do you think about this? This costs 2 to equip, so we'd probably do the Runed Crown, I think. Could have done the Seral's Packmate and get a 3/3 on the board, but now if we draw a land, we get to go Packmate equip. We're drawing another card there, which is really excellent, so I like that. Two Mayas might seem a little bad, but if they've got removal, it's going to end up okay for us. Let's see if we get a land here. Hopefully do. Well, good news about them blowing up that card is we have multiple ways. 3 Master Scalds, as a matter of fact, as ways to get that back, so that's quite cool. I think we just play the Raven Wings here. We have the Rune of Might, so now I can put that on the Raven Wings and have a 5-power Trample Flyer. And if I draw a land, I can go... I can do a couple things, I guess. I can do Fall of the Imposter, too. Both of those are pretty good. Well, that's way less intimidating. Alright, so second green land is good, especially since... Yeah, I think we just hit for 1,000,000 here and draw. Actually, I should have... it doesn't really matter, because this was what my turn was going to be anyway. But if I had, say, drawn a land there, it probably would have been better to... draw the card first off of Rune of Might before playing the Stronghold. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. Not a huge deal. Well, Iron Verdict actually can't kill that Shadow Sage, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Outrider, and we do have Snow, which is nice. That's cool. I don't want to play Maya until I'm getting full value from it. It can also do Fall the Imposter, but I kind of like the idea of just getting a bunch of dudes on board. So why don't we do Outrider? Then we're going to do Gladewalker. Pay with the snow. I'll pump the pack, mate. Oh, it doesn't have it in its colors. That's right. So we can block the Shadow Sage with our Gladewalker. I'm kind of okay with that. It's a 1/1. It prevents them. It prevents 3 damage and prevents them from getting another treasure. Although they already have a ton of mana, but whatever. I mean, they're in pretty serious trouble here. So we did get another land, so we can go Maya. I could attack with the Outrider too, but I don't think we will. Because Outrider's another body I can equip this decked out Raven Wings onto. Alright, sweet. We'll see you for the next one. Okay, round 2, no green mana, but once again we'll keep this. The Rune Crown cantrips and gives us an amazing equipment. We can foretell these if we don't draw land. Hopefully we do draw land. We do have plenty of mana fixing in this deck, so that helps. Alright, there's a Rune of Sustenance. I think we'll foretell this for now. If I miss my land drop, then I can cast the rune on my land, which isn't great, but we have an extra 2 runes in here, so hitting land drops obviously more important. Alright, so we'll do the rune plan to draw an extra card. We got the land, so we can play that. Then next turn we can... We'll see. At least do the Rune Crown. Maybe draw another land. That would be good. So I can play the Shepherd, and it gives me blocker as well as a flyer. And it makes the best use of my mana. You know what? I kind of like that, because then if I draw another land, I can go like Gladewalker plus Rune Crown. Not necessarily in that order. Probably Rune Crown first to see if we draw the land. I don't get any value off of this Shepherd, but I get a 4 mana 3/3 flyer, which isn't bad on this board. Craven Hulk, sure. So we prevented some damage to ourselves, which is also good. I think now we do Rune Crown, but I want to tap my white mana. This would be a great opportunity to draw untapped land, because then maybe I could even equip the crown and attack. But either way, we're going to do the life-linking land here. So we draw. We did get the land, so got options here. If I equip and I attack for 4, I'm trading basically an 8-point life swing for a 7-point. Like, I go to 24, they go to 16, they crack back, I go to... I think it actually, the math still works out better for us. So I probably do it. Especially given that if I draw another land now, I can go Maya, spit out a token. And, I don't know, I think it's looking good. I've got Fall of the Imposter as well. Another green mana I'm probably going to need at some point here, but for now we're looking okay. All right. They squashed it. They've had enough of that. So we'll see if we can get Maya down. That would be ideal. I guess I didn't factor in the pump aspect of that too, but it's really not that big of a deal. Here we can do Story Seeker, Fall of the Imposter. Yeah, that's best use of mana, and I like it. So we'll do that. Do the fall. Pump our dude. A little redundant with the Rune Crown, but not a huge deal. It still pumps. We're still just a land away from Maya land for full value. Can also hard cast Shepherd, but no value gotten from that yet either. Although if they kill the Story Seeker, I might just hard cast Shepherd. We'll see. Okay. We gain life because it deals damage. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Dragon King Berserker. Well, Dragon King Berserker is a pretty big deal. So we got our second green. I guess do I still pump the Story Seeker? We don't have fight in here. Well, I don't want to pump their guys and take more damage, so I guess we still pump our guy. Because either way, it looks like we're going to be killing the Craven Hulk. So, yeah, I think we just go Maya, land. So we're going to be likely exiling their Craven Hulk next turn. Well, they've got something. Guess we'll just block here. Sure. So I could have prevented damage from the Craven Hulk. Wonder if that would have been better. I guess now we can go Maya, land, equip Rune Crown, get in for 3, gain 3 life. That's pretty good. I think we gain our 3 life now. It's worth it. Yeah, I think so. So we do have a Masked Vandal and creatures in the yard, so we could get our Story Seeker back at some point. That's relevant. And we can get Fall of the Impastor back if I draw one of my 3 Master Scalds. They have their 5th land, so they can use the Berserker to get a dragon, which is also relevant. Although, Shepherd of the Cosmos with Maya plus Rune Crown... Oh, well, or not. I guess the good news is they can't really... activate Berserker. But I also can't kill Berserker, so... Do I just take 5? And then I can play... I wonder if I have to block here. They can pump, so we could take 6 and go to 2. I probably have to prevent damage. I don't want to, but kind of feel like we need to. Go 4 instead. I have 7 mana, so if I rip another mana... Yeah, so I guess now I can... Wish I could get a creature back. So I can attack for 2, take them to 8, go to 6, play a Shepherd, equip it. And then I can kill the Berserker if they attack. I think we're going to have to do that. Okay. So we'll go Shepherd, Hardcast, land, equip, pass. So if they don't have more removal, I think we're good. Because we can block Berserker, kill it, gain 4. Even if they pump Mistwalker 3 times, we take 5. It's not lethal. We definitely block the Berserker here. That much is clear to me. And it's not like they can't pump Mistwalker anyway. So this is probably fine. I mean, we definitely block. I don't see how we can't block here. I'm at 4 life, so I would die to run amok anyway, you know? Like, I kind of have to block. But if they had run amok, they would have attacked with everything, I think. They definitely forced the block here, which they needed to do, but we gained the life. Outrider's good. I wish we had a snow land. Unfortunately don't, but that's okay. We can go Outrider, Gladewalker, pumping the Outrider, equip it. And that seems good to me. Even without the snow, that's totally fine. And this puts it out of random... I don't know. Maybe I needed to... It actually might have been smarter to pump the Gladewalker in hindsight, because then I could, like, swap the Rune Crown back and forth. That's true. Because now I can't really attack with either of my guys. Basically, I just put Boreal Outrider out of range of, like, provoke the trolls, because it still dies to squash, so... That was actually a pretty serious mistake. I should have thought that through a little bit more. But I guess if they get... Do they have another squash in there? Alright, at least they missed. That's good. Stronghold at least makes our draw better, so that's cool. Still gonna have to wait here. But the Stronghold is actually pretty good. Oh no, Bergstrider. That's not what we want to see. At least they can't go Bergstrider. Unfortunately, I think Bergstrider is like exactly the card that's going to get them to win this game unless we rip something pretty miraculous now. So it forces me to block to not die. Well, Master Scald is cool. I can get back a Fall of the Imposter and play it. And I can equip. But let me think about this. So I exile something that's more than 2 mana, although both our shepherds are gone, so it doesn't matter. Get back the Fall of the Imposter. Do I have enough to 5? Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't actually have enough to do absolutely everything here. But we are still obviously getting back the Fall of the Imposter. We're just not playing it because we don't have the mana to play it, plus equip this Rune Crown that we need to equip. So equip the Crown. And then we pass. We don't die from attacks, though. But if they attack with everything, they can make a dragon, and I'm forced to block the Bergstrider. So we'll see if they see that line. I can't use the Stronghold next turn, which is actually kind of good, because it's going to be lethal damage towards them too, and our guys are going to have vigilance and be bigger. So that's actually kind of cool. If they attack with everything. I don't want to hover over anything on the board because it shows them that I'm looking at it. But I want to read my Stronghold right now, but I don't want them to know that I'm reading my Stronghold because it just brings attention to my Stronghold. So I have to block the Bergstrider to not die. Because otherwise I take 4, 6, 8, and I'm only gaining 5. So I have to block Bergstrider to not die. Oh, wait, but I die anyway to the first strike, don't I? Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. So we still would have died, though, right? 4, 6, 8. We would have gained 5. Oh, that was a close one. That was a close game. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, we've got to keep here. It's a good-looking hand. Guess we can go Foretell Shepherd into Goldmaw Champion. That's not bad. Potential turn 4 Shepherd. I can more comfortably cast a Rune of Sustenance on my champion, because even if it dies, I can just get it back with my Shepherd, which is cool. Then it's just like cantrip, lifelinker. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm not afraid to do Rune of Sustenance here, but we'll see. Rune of Might as well, huh? That's cool. I think I'm actually just going to do the rune and not tap their guy. And if they want to trade, I'm cool with that. They don't want to trade, which is fine. So that might I'm going to do the Seeker now instead of the Iron Verdict. So that might indicate to me they want to do like a Struggle of Skimfar. They have a card in Foretell, so they can do that, and then we can play our Shepherd, get back our Rune, get it on the Shepherd, draw a card. I'd guess struggle here. Yeah, that's fine. So they can attack. I'll block. I'm happy to trade here if they want. They don't want to. They'd rather do that, which makes sense. So we can play the Maya, but actually that's pretty good. But I don't really like to play Maya until I get full value off of it. So why don't we just do Shepherd, get back our Rune of Sustenance. Draw another card. That's good. So next turn we can go Maya and play a land and swing with our dudes. See if they have another... Oh, they have a Maya of their own, huh? Well, two can play at this Maya game, my friend. So we'll play a land and get in for 4 here. Lifelink. I'm fine making the trade if they want to. It's a fine trade for us. We have even more ways to get back Rune of Sustenance now that we've drawn this Master Scald, which is cool. So we probably want to exile... I guess it doesn't matter. One of the creatures. Got a lot of stuff in Foretell right now. I guess just 2 cards. 3, okay. Now they have a lot of stuff in Foretell. I'm guessing they probably have a Iron Verdict in there. So what's the best use of mana here? We have 6. We can go Fall the Imposter. We can go Master Scald. I think I might do Rune of Might first, because if I draw a land... I can play Master Scald, and if I don't draw a land, I can play Fall the Imposter. Both of those seem good to me. So why don't we target this? I'm thinking it's Iron Verdict, so I'm going to play around their Iron Verdict by not attacking with Maya. So I think we'll do Fall the Imposter now on our token as well. And it puts a lot of eggs in one basket, but I think with 3 spells, I think Iron Verdict is what we're worried about. So if they want to kill the token, that's fine, or the Story Seeker, either one's fine. So now we even have another target for Master Scald, which is nice. All right, Doomscar Oracle and a Masked Vandal blowing up our Fall the Imposter. We can get back with Master Scald, rather, which is probably worth it. I mean, we have 2 Master Scalds, so we can get them both back. Guess it doesn't really matter all that much. So we'll go Master Scald. I mean, I could play the Rune here, but how important is that? It's not super important, but actually it might make sense to do Rune of Might. Okay, I think I actually do Rune of Might, because I can get back the... Oh, they exiled it anyway, so never mind. I don't really have a huge choice there anyway. So now we can go land, spit out a 2/2. I can Rune of Might my Story Seeker. They can block with the Oracle, but we're drawing more cards and getting rid of more things on their board, which I think is good. Yeah, another Master Scald. So we're just going to basically keep getting cards back, which is great. We're going to build some card advantage, get bigger things on the board. Like, basically, I can just keep bringing this back, and it turns Master Scald into a cantrip, basically. Now I'm pretty happy. I'm running 3 Master Scalds based on this board. That's fine. So we do Master Scald. We do the Rune of Might on our Master Scald. That's cool. All right, do this. Oh, it's a 4/7. Never mind. Guess that makes things a little more tricky. Either way, I still do the Rune of Might, I think. The lifelink is good too, but whatever. So we'll exile the champion, because we can technically get back the other dude. But let's do this on... I suppose we'll do it on the Scald. Gets it out of Iron Verdict range too, which is good. So we'll draw a card. Glacial Plain, Floodplain rather, do that. Get another body on the board. Pass. So we have Raven Wings in here too. Just kind of patiently waiting for us to find it. Runed Crown as well. At this point can still find another Rune of Sustenance. Sword of the Realms. So whenever a equipped creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. Huh. But the sword stays, huh? Okay. They didn't attack, though, which is kind of strange. So they don't have any way to block flyers, which is good. That means we can jam this Shepherd, get back our Rune of Sustenance. Attach it to Shepherd, draw another card. Doomscar. Forgot we had that. That's cool. Can play the Besker Shieldmate too. Got some options here. I mean, they're at... this is bigger, so I can smash with everything at some point. If they have an answer for Shepherd. Doomscar in case things get really hairy. But... I'm trying to think here, actually. What... Because... Surprised they didn't attack with that God's Hall Guardian. I guess because they couldn't replay it. That actually makes sense. Let's play the Shieldmate. I know it seems a little bit weird, but if they don't have an answer for Shepherd or the Cosmos, they're in some trouble. If they do, I've got to figure some things out. But for now, I'm kind of happy with where we're at. All right. So, almost looks like they have likely another Iron Verdict. But we're not gonna play around it, so let's attack with the Shepherd. See if they have the Iron Verdict. They do not, which means now we'll spit out... Do I have anything left to get back with Master Scald? I guess not. I think we still play the Master Scald, because at this point with 4 creatures on board, I wonder if we can start attacking with more things. Because they've got 4 blockers. If I play another Master Scald, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. Only one of their creatures is an actual threat. I think we'll do the second Master Scald. Possibly forego some value here. No more exiling necessary, so let's foretell some stuff here. Well, their 4/7s hold back our 5/5s fairly effectively. So they have 6 blockers for our 7 attackers, so we're probably still not quite ready yet. Ooh, Packmate. Well, I'm still fine. I think we attack here with Shepherd first and foremost. See what happens. Although I guess I could draw off the Packmate first, but they're not really able to do much about this lifelink flyer right now, so let's just play this. See what we draw. Maybe get another land. More creatures on board. Then we can pass. So they've got 6 blockers to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 non-flying attackers. Outrider. 6/6 is better than 5/5, unfortunately, but we're still in pretty awesome shape here, I would say. So let's get in with Shepherd again. They need to find an answer like now for that, or they're in pretty big trouble. I don't think I could have attacked with everything. I suppose I should have done the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they only had 7. So maybe I could have killed them actually last turn since they were at 4. They don't have any lifelink or anything, right? Okay. I guess I could have killed them last turn, but I feel like we were in pretty safe shape. Just even if they had an answer for Shepherd, we had more attackers. We had the reset button if we needed it. So, all right, we'll see for the next one. All right, we got a good keep here. We can go Shieldmate into Rune of Might on it if I have to. It doesn't really matter. If Shieldmate dies, it doesn't matter. We can always get that Rune of Might back with the Master Scald. So, just need to basically stay busy this game, it looks like. And Shieldmate is actually a very nice rune target, because if it dies, you just get a 1/1. So I think I'd rather do Rune of Might than the Gladewalker. I'd rather rip the card that I can, like I want to be in my graveyard. Ah, ramping, huh? Okay. Well, we've got a Masked Vandal somewhere in here, too. But let's do the Rune of Might first, I guess. See what we draw from it. Another land, very good. So let's go land, attack for 3. Next turn I can do the Gladewalker, pumping the Shieldmate, plus I can foretell Shepherd. It's not bad. Ah. Well, they did hit a snow permanent. Okay, well, let's do Gladewalker. Pump the Shieldmate. We're putting all of our eggs in one basket, but it's actually because we really want Shieldmate to die so that I can get that rune back. Well, that actually still kind of works. But, yeah, because we can... I could replay the Shieldmate, too. But now I guess it makes more sense. Because I'm not playing Maya next turn, right? So it probably makes more sense to do the Foretell here, actually. Especially since this is going to, like, shuffle stuff back in. Yeah. So I want to get that Rune of Might back next turn before it goes away. Doing a lot of sagas here, huh? One top, one bottom. Got it. All right, so let's do our Shepherd getting back Rune. Attach it to our flyer. Even though we're doing less damage this turn, it's still, in my estimation, the better thing to do. Because this thing is evasive. So now we don't have to worry about shuffling the rune back in. And we already got value off of it. And we have a 4/4 flyer. They can reveal a giant that they can deal 2 damage to us with. That's okay too. Next turn we can jam a Maya and a land, get the full value. Smash with our big flyer that they have to deal with. But Squash is a common. Important to note. Cinderheart Giant. Well, next turn they can play that for reduced costs. But we still do have a big fat flyer, which is good. Although maybe not for long. Yeah. Well, the good news is we can get that Rune of Might back once again. Bad news is they're playing a Cinderheart Giant next turn, so I need to I need to figure out what to do about that. So let's see, we'll have 6 lands this turn. I think we start getting Maya value online now. So we do Maya land. Then next turn I can go Master Scald, exile, Shepherd to get back Rune of Might and cast it, draw another card. Okay, I'm alright with that. So we'll do the Maya. Well, that's too bad. They had Disdainful Stroke too, so they kind of had everything they needed, to be honest. I guess we do another green. So now they can play Cinderheart Giant. And we'll have to do Master Scald on Root of Might. But we're digging for like Raven Wings at this point, which is fine. That gives us ways to fly over top of Cinderheart Giant. Plus, I guess we could play the Shield Mate too if I wanted. And they have these Notballed Slumber Mounts, so they can blow up our lands too. Well, with this hand, I might just do Doomscar. Because I feel like they're going to start using these Notballed Slumber Mounds. I'm kind of even comfortable playing Shieldmate. Just because I think then they might be enticed to use Notballed Slumber Mound. And then I want them to lose. Yeah, this is actually fine. Because I don't mind if Shieldmate buys us a couple more turns while we kind of wait. Because I do kind of feel like they're going to use Notballed Slumber Mound. It's crazy you can do this whenever. That is crazy. Why is this one instant speed? Instant speed, destroy a land and get a Troll Warrior? That's really good. Let's see which one they blow up. Alright, that's cool. Interesting that they blow the white mana up, actually. I guess because we're a little bit shorter on white, but... I guess we block here. Oh, it has Trample. Well... that makes it a little more tricky, huh? I guess if I'm doing Doomscar anyway, I prevent one of the damage. Okay. So be it. I don't think we can afford to wait another turn, so let's do this. Blow up the board. That's cool. That resolves first before I get my... That is cool, actually. So then we can play land. And I guess we can do Shepherd. And pass. So they can do another Notballed Slumber Mound, but that's alright. We can get back Root of Might or Besker Shieldmate. Root of Might draws us a card, which is nice. And I can attach it to my Shepherd. So maybe I'm a little more tempted to do that. Wish I could blow this up. Why is this one sorcery speed? I don't get it. Alright. So, yeah, we can do the Shepherd, get back the Rune, or we can get back the Shieldmate. Rune draws us another card. I kind of want more cards, but wait, then what can Master Scald get back? Nothing? So I guess it makes more sense if we're going to do the Shepherd to get back. I don't even think we do. I think we play the Master Scald now, get our full value. And we'll exile, I guess, a Shepherd or something. Back our Rune of Might. Tap. And no attacks. Still feel like we're getting outvalued here. Well, this Vandal's kind of a weird one to me. Because they know we have a Rune of Might, so... Wasn't expecting that one. Let's just put it that way. Let's put the Rune of Might... Is it because they want a double block? That's actually okay, too. Let's put it on the Master Skull. And then I'm actually going to attack. They can double block. Or they just bounce. They squash in response. All right. They got a good hand. I don't know what to say. They've got a real good hand. We'll get our Rune of Might back again. We'll exile the other Master Skull, I guess. Play the Veil, naming, I guess, white. And pass. Because I feel like I've drawn a lot this game, but I guess they did counter my draw there with the squash. That's why they played the Mass Vandal. That makes a lot more sense. So that troll has trample too, because Notvault Slumber Mound is apparently a unbelievably busted card. Feels really busted. That you get instant speed, destroy land, plus 4/4. Whereas I have to pay sorcery speed to just get some counters on dudes. It's strange. I don't know how they made the choice on that one. Alright, let's get our flyer down. We'll get a... Well, this is interesting. I guess we can actually get my pump land back too. I wonder if I just need the shield mate for more bodies. This is tough. Because I need to stop the 4/4. We're behind on the race. I wonder if I just get a 5/5 and hope they don't have more removal. Like play the Gladewalker. We have a 3/3. I almost need the shield mate. I think I play the shield mate. I feel like I'm just going to need more blockers here. And then I can do Rune of Might on the shield mate, actually. And that way I can trade with the pack mate and double block the troll. Neither of those options are pretty good, I think. All right, and we can jam the Story Seeker too. Do I have another... I've got another Maya in here, so do I want to sandbag lands? Perhaps. I may want to. Okay, so I think here we go. Here I think the blocks are just like this. And I wonder if I can just take the pack mate and leave my flyer. Or do I just trade off now? I mean, they have 3 cards in hand. I feel like I'm not going to be able to erase this, so we probably just do this. Which means I should have blocked... I should have blocked Shepherd this to prevent the 1 trample damage. I didn't do that correctly. It's because I changed my mind last second about what I was doing this turn. All right, so we got absolutely nothing left. Completely out of gasoline. And they've got Death Touch on all their dudes, which means we're super dead. Because they've got a Death Touch trampling troll. And they can just pump. And they still, on top of that, ripped yet another good card. So we are extremely dud. I think I can block here and go to 8, and then they just, yeah, we're super dead. This thing has trample and death touch, so it doesn't really matter what I block with. Yeah, well, okay. Bought myself a turn to draw land. We'll see you for the next one. All right, this one, unfortunately, I think we mulligan. We've got green lands with a grip full of white spells. We could foretell this, but nah, we're going to mull. This one we'll keep, and we'll ditch probably, I guess, the Vandal. Keep the Story Seeker. It's got lifelink. Better with the Imposter. Fall the Imposter. All right, Raven Wings is cool too. We don't have a rune in hand yet, but hopefully we can find one. All right, they're looking pretty massively aggressive there. I think if they attack with both, I just, yeah. Wait a second. I guess we'll block. Okay, so we can do the Fall of the Imposter and attack into the Avenger, especially since they're missing land drops. I think that's okay. Well, maybe we wait a turn, I guess, so they can't. I don't know. I get attacked, they get trade, but then we lose some Fall of the Imposter value. All right, they're not interested in playing. That's fine with me, too. Let's go to the next one. All right, this is a good keep. We're much more white than green in here, so I guess we can do Veil for... Oh, Vandal's actually a good draw. We can do it for white still, yeah. So then we can do turn 2 Vandal to keep back the Usher. Especially if they're just boasting, yeah, it's fine. So we'll do the Vandal. And then we can do Runed Crown and draw, which is good. I wish there was a better color. I've said this before. I wish there was a better color indicator on Shimmer Drift Veil than just having to highlight it to see, because I just forget. I just forget what I chose. Not that it's that much work to just highlight it and see, but it'd be nice if it, you know, it's nice to just be able to look at your lands from here and know what you're doing. All right, so yeah, we can just do the Runed Crown now. It's the best use of mana. It also lets us cantrip. I think that's good. Especially since we want to rip some lands. So let's get our Rune of Sustenance here. Draw. Boreal Outrider. We do have a snow land. That's good. Sure. So we got a land, which is good. So we can do the... Yeah, it's actually really good. It's really good. Because I guess we're not going to be able to pump the Gladewalker, but... That's okay. We'll do the Outrider. Play a land. Pass. They're going to draw. So we can... Got some things we can do here. We have the Rune of Might. I'm actually kind of tempted to do it just to basically draw some more cards, essentially. Got a couple foretell, and they left one blue up. It might be Depart the Realm to bounce our Runed Crown. Not that that's really that bad against us anyway, but Just something to be conscious of. So I can do the Story Seeker, yep, for the Shimmer Drift Veil. But I wonder if we just want to do Rune first, see if they bounce in response. It's not the end of the world if they do, so I guess so. We'll do this on the crown, see if they bounce it. They did not. We got another Shepherd. We didn't draw the land we wanted, so let's do Story Seeker to get a Lifelinker out there that's pumped. And then pass. They're just looting, okay. Still in the business of finding a 5th land, but we're doing okay. Got a lot of Foretell going on. All right, Augury Raven, so whatever. I think we're good. So now we can, especially if they're attacking. Yeah, so now we go, and 5th land was a good draw. So let's go land. We're going to Glade Walk, pump the Outrider, equip the Outrider. And get in for 9. And that's fine. Well, that did not work out as well as I would have liked. I don't think I completely thought that one through. Oh, well. They have the broken card. There's no way. This is the card I talked about in my Busted Mythic Much video. Very, very poorly designed card. Absolutely just such a poorly designed card. So poorly conceived, so poorly thought out. And you want to know the worst part about this card too? I don't even think it's seeing constructed play. So even if it was a card that was made for constructed, it's not even seeing play there, and it's busted and limited. So to me, just the hallmark, one of the worst cards you could possibly design for a format. So big mistake on their part designing that. And obviously we're in horrific shape now because I don't know what you're supposed to do about a bunch of 4/4s coming at you. There's basically nothing you can do about that. So maybe we just foretell this. And then we'll play, I guess we can equip this. And can't even really attack. Target tapped creature. How funny is that? Such a poorly designed card. What in God's name were they thinking? What in the world were they thinking? So, let's see here. I can do Raven Wings. We're just super dead because that card is so silly. Such a silly card. Well, it turns out 3/4/4s with one card and limited is actually very, very good. I know one maybe wouldn't think that, but it is in fact very, very good. So, yep. You might have had your doubts, but yes, spitting out 3/4/4s on turn, whatever it was, 6 or 7. I think it was 7 because they have 7 mana. That makes sense. Is pretty busted. pretty busted as it turns out. So glad to clear up any confusion you had about that. But yes, it is not a good limited card and very poorly designed. But I liked our deck. I thought it was cool. And yeah, this is the first time I've really gotten to utilize their rune plan, so that was cool. Never got to... No, that's not true. We stuck it in game 1 on a Raven Wings, and it was absolutely insane. The Rune of Sustenance. Or maybe it was the Rune of... No, it was the Rune of Might on the Raven. I mean, the runes are just very good with equipment, so that's a fun little strategy to play. Glad we could get the crown to sort of help find them, too. I was expecting this deck to do better, but it did not. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.